Yo, what's up, pups? How's it going? What are you guys up to? Is everybody glued to X? I've been listening to secret transmissions from the Iranian military out to their allies. I'm trying to look for clues, decipher it, so I can end the war. What's up, Cookie? How you doing? What's up, T.S. Pedro? How's it going? What's up, Josh Grays? I am Woogie. Yo, what's up, I am Woogie? How's it going, man? Love you too, bro. No homo. We got a lot of love in the room tonight. What's up, Derek? What's going on, Moneybags? Is DTG a new token? I don't know, but we're going to talk about it. What's up, Pulse Chess 369? What's good? What's up, Crypto Dan? What's up, Abdella? Long time no see, man. How are you? How are you? Yeah. Hey, man. It's good. I'm a little under the weather, so sorry if I'm sniffling tonight. Is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. It seems dark tonight. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Crypto Jack? Smash that like and subscribe. Thank you, sir. Henny, what's up? That's right. Smash that like and subscribe, everybody. You know how this works, right? All the links are at the top. Also, you guys need to follow me on Instagram. Things are going to get exciting soon. I'm going to post in there. Okay, Mr. Saint Wolf on Instagram. Mr. Saint Wolf on Instagram. So go over there and find me so we can be friends. And if you guys want TA on all the altcoins, like literally what I do, same work I do, just you can request all the altcoins, everything. Click join down below. It's $6.99. It's like the cost of buying me a pint of beer a month. It's like nothing, but I needed to separate the group a little bit because the market caps and the liquidity is so low, and it's going to be so low for a little bit of time that you just can't share TA for all these little things with everybody. So click down below so you can get in there in the TA group, and after the streams we do a little bit of TA. Same thing we did before. We just go into the altcoins separately. But, of course, on the show tonight, we're going to cover Bitcoin. We're going to cover PulseChain. We're going to cover look at the market. We're also going to talk about the news, what's going on, and what might be coming up here soon. Things get really crazy. And I have a channel that covers the radio transmissions of Iran. I'll post it in Telegram. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, post. That'd be really interesting. Yo, yeah. Like this video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. If you guys aren't subscribed already, I think most of you are, but definitely subscribe. I think people forget sometimes. And, yo, my boy sent me the pictures of your Mustang on Instagram. I'm going to send you a picture of mine. He has a 2011. He had a 2011. I had a 2012 in Lava Red. I'm going to send it to you. It's fucking cool. Instagram's cool, man. I like connecting with you guys there. What is going on? It's going to be a good show, man. We got the guys of DTGC. Darth is going to come on here in a little bit, okay, and tell us about what's going on. I think what's going to be really interesting is you guys are going to discover that a lot of new projects are going to pop up on PulseChain, and they're going to be really great, okay? And, you know, in 2023, my first videos were like Atropa and PDI and stuff like that, so I have a pretty decent eye finding the really good stuff. I'm definitely not Mr. like, you know, underground altcoin guy, but I find the good stuff. And we're going to find them again because when we reverse, there's going to be a lot of great opportunities. You guys don't want to miss them. So definitely click join down below. Get in the altcoin group because you're going to hear about all the good stuff coming up. And this is the time, the next few months, is you don't want to miss them because this is where things are at the bottom. They're just launching. You're going to want to be a part of them. All right. But, of course, soon, PulseChain season is coming, so Pulse is going to run. All your cores are going to run hard, too. I think what's going to happen is we're going to have a mega fucking crypto season on PulseChain. I don't think crypto's getting an alt season, but PulseChain's going to get one. All right, it's going to be really fucking cool. So glad you guys are paying attention. Glad you guys are around. Let's get into it. Go through some world news really quick. All right.
I'm declaring war on fat gay kids.
Oh, sorry.
Not the kids themselves.
Is this real?
But on whatever's making them so fat, gay, and pathetic.
What the fuck? Did he really say that? Wait, Grok, did this happen? Can I just say it? No, that didn't happen. Okay, this is fucked up. He definitely didn't say that.
declaring war on fat gay kids.
It's not. It's happening to all of us. Guys, don't drink the water. Don't eat the food. You're you know, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, something's definitely up. Okay. We're turning into like weirdos. Okay, so I know there's a lot of debate about whether stuff happening in space is real. Oh, it's AI generated. Somebody just updated it. Okay, so it's not real. Okay.
Good numbers. Give it a wiggle check.
Solid. No movement.
Excellent. Panel's good. You can stow the tool and proceed to the next point.
Copy that. Tool stowed. Head over.
It's fake. Why are people putting in so much time to make fake AI space videos? Come on, man. What the fuck's going on? I'm saying it's fake. Give me some good space videos. Okay, this was cool. This is Euro news. Porn stars per capita in Europe. Okay. Top of the list is going to be Hungary and and Czech Republic. All right. Hungary beats us by 5 points. But here's the thing, man. Poland was 0.8. Czech Republic's at 70. All right. We're definitely a kinky. This is a very kinky country. There's no doubt about it. UK is at 10. We're 7 times UK. That's why I tell you guys, you want to have fun in life, you got to come to Czech Republic. I'm going to go visit Hungary soon. I might have to check that place out. The Balkans are really low. That's good. That's where you want to find a girlfriend, pretty much, or Poland. Let's see. Russia's at 5. That's pretty low. 6.9 in Spain, but UK is really getting them at 10. I didn't know that was so high. I didn't know that Hungary beat Czech Republic. It's almost 76. 76%. You guys take a look at that for 1 second. Let me check Telegram. We got the guys from DTGC coming, so this should be interesting tonight. Let me get the Zoom links going for you guys. I'm going to drop a link. Yo, what's up, Detroit Runner? How you doing, man? Oh, where's my tunes? Yeah. All right. Yo. Oh, this video you just sent me, KD? Somebody, they figured out what the cryptic message is? Is that what you're saying to me?
Is now to send and receive the most. Hello.
Okay, give me the TLDR on it so I don't have to bring up the whole video. What's the deal? What was the message about? Oh, we're streaming. Good. It's working. Everything's working. Moon King has a video up. I don't mean to take too far a break from the global news. We're going to get into it. We got a lot of cool stuff to cover because I want to talk about Paris Fashion Week's happening too. But Moon King just put up a video called Markets Flipped Bullish.
With the Aircoin community, I want to see you up in there. The Molt community, I want to see you up in there.
What are they showing? What are they doing? Altcoins?
We need to get those little PulseChain maxis into your coin and make it pump. So I need to see everybody up in there.
Whether did BNB bottom from the top?
Okay. Interesting. People excited. All right, that's good. Norway, not many. We just have it with each other. Oh yeah. I guess that's healthy. That's good. Where are we at? We here? Norway up here. All right. Yeah, I think if you're in the 2s and below, it's pretty good. Actually, anything under 5 is probably good. 5 or under is probably good. around there, right? I think everyone's generally pretty healthy, you know, except for Czech Republic and Hungary. We're like, and UK maybe, like, they're, I mean, actually compared to the numbers that Czech Republic and Hungary are putting in here, everyone's pretty healthy, actually. Number of porn stars. Good to see Czech Republic up there. Used for clarity, what, like, people didn't know. Oh, where was Romania? Did they have Romania on it? Oh, yeah, it's not that bad. That's funny. I wonder where America is on that, actually. I'm kind of curious. America's probably around, like, 5, because it's probably around where Russia is, I'm guessing. Who knows? Are we in a dump? Well, we're going to rally right now, but I'm not convinced about what I'm seeing, man. I am excited about fashion, though. How cool is the new fashion coming out? Oh, I can't use that music. We got some Paris Fashion Week going on. Damn, it's crazy, bro. I might adopt some of these fashion trends. Let's see what this guy said.
Après les fichiers Epstein, la Fashion Week de Paris continue le culte. Parce que les marques de luxe normalisent le sacrifice. Elles te font détester ton propre corps pour que tu penses être un détritus qui ne vaut rien, qui doit être remplacé. Un défilé est une invitation à la mutation. L'homme est un excrément avec matière fécale. Un zombie androgyne avec Rick Owens. Un objet sale avec Balenciaga. Louboutin, c'est le sang sacrificiel sur les semelles. Donc Jaden n'a rien inventé, il prolonge juste le rituel. Et sa collection représente la possession, le parasite qui s'installe, qui prend le contrôle total, en version luxe. Pour la masse, on a les Crocs. Et la collab Crocs Lego, qui fait de toi un jouet interchangeable, avec des briques rouges oversize sur les pieds, démontables, remplaçables. Ils te font haïr ce que tu es naturellement, pour que tu acceptes d'être modifié. Effacé. Brian Johnson, le biohacker qui veut être immortel, défile pour la marque matière fécale. Le prototype parfait du corps remplacé. Parce que la mode ne te vend pas des habits, elle te vend des prothèses. Elle te montre ton avenir. Un déchet qu'on remplace, un jouet qu'on démonte. Et elle t'invite à regarder ta propre disparition.
Wow. So you're witnessing the full destruction of the human spirit, the human body now, completely being broken down. And part of it's also that you don't see the loss of life as such a big thing. I think that's no doubt about it. You know, we've totally been desensitized in the West completely. It's crazy. Crazy stuff getting on, man. Create more demons. Yeah, pretty much, man. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing. They're gonna.
Après les fichiers Epstein, la Fashion Week de Paris continue le culte. Parce que les marques de luxe normalisent le sacrifice. Elles te font détester ton propre corps pour que tu penses être un détritus.
Yeah, making you hate the human form. Yeah, this is crazy what they're doing. This is all like part of programming, okay? So we got some crazy stuff coming, man. This guy, former Marine Brian Sergeant McGinnis, stood up in Congress say we don't want to fight a war with Iran for Israel. This was really interesting. This has been going viral as fuck.
Fight this war for Israel. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
So I think, based on what I'm hearing, we are going to war, possibly ground troops.
Your inability to name that shows you that
they broke his arm, by the way.
Leaders. This is wrong. And nobody wants to fight for Israel.
Whoa. I don't know how that works in the military. I mean, I'm sure there's always people that go against. And I don't.
Commandant, please stand up as a Marine and stand up for America. No one wants to fight for Israel.
Okay, look away. They did break his arm, so.
No one wants to fight for Israel.
His hand, his hand. Oh, his hand.
Jesus. He wasn't even a threat necessarily to them. He was just fucking, doing a verbal protest. Yeah, this is crazy. Crazy times, man. This is crazy. The House voted 357 to 65 to block the release of congressional sexual misconduct and harassment reports. Somebody wrote, Darth Vader wrote, I'm going to tell my kids this was Epstein Island. Look, this tells you right there that the whole entire Congress is compromised. Everyone is compromised, okay? No, I don't think he can, Acid Thunder. I don't think so. I think they got him. Remember, he's got a family too, man. He's got kids. He's vulnerable as anybody else, all right? And I think the whole entire thing is compromised. Everybody. They voted 357 to 65 to block release of congressional sexual misconduct. Are you kidding me? That means they're all in it, bro. All of them. They're all crazy. Crazy. All right. All right, this is kind of funny. Meanwhile, in UK,
Still, and I'm going around asking comrades what they got from the merch stall. What's your haul?
I've got a guitar pick from the RCP with Marx at the back. I've got Marx and Engels 3D bust, Marx's introduction to women's struggle, and also I got very inspired by the talk by Rob Sewell, so I got his book.
I won the Lenin statue in the raffle, and I got this fantastic t-shirt as well.
I bought the official Lenin School t-shirt.
Yesterday I got myself the 2 volumes of The Idol, The In Defense of Lenin, written by Rob Sewell and Alan Woods. And then today, after Lewis's talk, got it in the cause of Labour, because I found that talk very inspiring. I got the British General Strike, A Communist History of the British General Strike by Ben Glenecki. It recounts the history of the General Strike of 1926, how the workers basically got so close to taking power in Britain, but were actually ended up getting betrayed by their own leadership.
My Lenin School haul, got a big haul here. I got Marxism and Art, I got Ireland, especially this period of Irish history doesn't get taught in Britain very often, so there's a lot to go through here and chew through, and Alan Woods is a lovely writer. Got a Karl Marx poster, then I got a little bust for my mantelpiece.
I bought an RCP song collection, which I love my reverence.
it's crazy. It's crazy seeing this. I mean, this is happening in a lot of big cities. So Stephen Burns just posted this. He's been on the show a couple times, actually. He's talking about that 2 doomsday fish washed ashore in Mexico, and that could mean because there's something happening at a fault line down below. We don't really know exactly. I think he had a small clip about it. It's been happening last few months in other places as well. He's live right now.
Recent cycles, these are big fish. I think they're probably 10, 12, maybe not 15 feet, but maybe 15 feet. They're getting up there. They're big fish. They're definitely big fish. So, and then you add on this magnitude 6.4 earthquake right here, Alaska. That's also right.
So I suppose it's because of these.
I think there's just
a
lot here.
Why won't it start?
Now, let me show you this planetary convergence that we have coming up, okay?
Oh, there we go. In Monterey Bay, weird. Crazy looking fish. Crazy looking things. Call them doomsday fish. Probably just means something's going on with the fault line down there. I guess that's all we need right now. 2076. Turning out to be a very interesting year. Smash the like button. Check my Telegram.
World.
This is Eddie Bravo from Joe Rogan.
Everything that's going on.
By the way, almost everything Eddie Bravo talked about in the past has come true. It's pretty crazy.
Right now in the world is linked to Jeffrey Epstein. That's what I think. I think
Everything?
I think everything, man.
The Trump shit, everything?
Everything. The people that are on the list would rather, like if they had a choice, you want to go to jail for this shit as a pedophile, or would you rather have World War III? Would you rather have fucking civil war? Would you rather have a fake alien invasion where the world changes, like the whole world changes right away? Where would you go? Would you rather go to Guantanamo Bay? Would you rather go to prison? Or would you rather have World War III, Mad Max, alien invasion? That's what I think. World War III would save them. Alien invasion would save them. And a civil war will save them. So they want all that shit, dog.
Anarchy.
They want all that. They want...
This is news out of Japan. Global news is my favorite part of the show. Japan is just really ahead of the curve, man. They are really doing some amazing things. This is a talent show in Japan. That is amazing. That is amazing. Incredible. There's a massive talent. I don't know how she's doing that, but it's incredible. But I'm gonna meet a girl like that one day. Dude, I don't know what's going on in India. India is just crazy. These are people just crossing the street. This is a street cam in India. Is this real? There's crosswalks right there. I mean, they're only motorcycles. There's a lot of suspense building up on this guy. Are you kidding me? It's not real. It's not real. This can't be real. There's no way this is real. Crazy. People crossing the street. And in news from Italy, man, they're just crushing it. The fighting styles. All right. Is this real?
Did you see any surprises in Gaza?
Surprises?
Yeah.
You mean intelligence surprises?
Pages, walkie-talkies. Do you know how many treated equipment do we have in these countries? You don't. I do.
All right. This is ex-Mossad chief. All right. Pretty much saying that they planted some kind of, I don't know, maybe bombs, maybe who knows, but in devices on every country in the world. It's really crazy stuff.
Did you see any surprises in Gaza?
Surprises?
Yeah.
You mean intelligence surprises?
Pages, walkie-talkies. Do you know how many treated equipment do we have in these countries? You don't. I do.
You mean
I do.
You mean booby-trapped equipment?
Not only booby-trapped.
And spying.
Manipulated equipment. All right.
In which countries are you talking about?
All the countries that you can imagine.
And not Gaza?
Not Gaza.
Nothing
enough.
in Gaza at all.
Did you see that? If we had it, I mean, we knew something about them coming. Something, right? I would have sold them everything. Just everything. I mean, you can't imagine the quantity. When I have invented that method, that was in 2002 to 2004.
The pager method.
The manipulated equipment method. Okay? We have already used it. Manipulated equipment. In Second Lebanon War, some of the elements were speaking to us.
How did you use it?
Want a glass of water?
We can get some brandy.
He could tell you, but he doesn't.
I know it's an early morning in London. I mean, I don't think that is the case. But how did we do it? I tell you.
Crazy, man.
In these countries. You know how many equipment, treated equipment do we have in these countries?
They've been thinking way far ahead, man. Let's see what's we got here. This is interesting. Japanese Prime Minister Takachi met with Palantir President Peter Thiel in Tokyo today, and the TV news report states that he's called the American Shadow President. It's fucking interesting.
高市総理は午後、総理官邸でアメリカの AI 企業パランティアテクノロジーズの会長で、その影響力の大きさから影のアメリカ大統領とも呼ばれるピーター・ティール氏とおよそ25分間面会しました。
日米の先端技術分野の現状及び展望等について意見交換を行い、大変有意義な機会であったというふうに考えています。
佐藤官房副長官は相手との関係もあるとして面会の経緯や内容など詳細は差し控えましたが、ティール氏はトランプ大統領にも影響力があるとされていて、会談では
Crazy. All right, I got a couple clips from
what
Dr. Chan.
Yahweh promised to Abraham in the Bible. As you can see, it's pretty huge. It's the entire Middle East. It extends from the Nile to the Euphrates in Iraq. Okay, it's a huge area. And if you say the Israelis want to achieve the Greater Israel Project, they call you a conspiracy theorist. Like, we don't want that, okay? But explain two things to me. First of all, why is the Greater Israel map on a chevron of an IDF soldier, okay? These are soldiers, Israeli soldiers, and they wear the insignia of the Greater Israel Project, okay? This is the map. Also, if you look at the flag of Israel, there are two blue lines, right? These represent rivers, the Nile and the Euphrates, all right? So if it's a conspiracy theory, then how do you explain these two things? All right, but I want to argue to, you know what? Pax Judaica, it's not about Israel or the Greater Israel Project. What it is ultimately is an alliance of transnational capital, multinationals like Google and Meta, and intelligence agencies that will be based in Jerusalem, okay? So secret societies will be based in Jerusalem, and they will use it as a headquarters for their global conspiracy. But, and they will profit from chaos and conflict around the world because they think that this is the culmination of the prophecy. But it doesn't necessarily mean that Jews will be in charge. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Okay, so it's a much more complicated idea than people think it is. All right, so where do we get this stupid idea from? Okay, it actually starts with Isaac Newton. So Isaac Newton, you learn about him in physics class, you learn that he's the founder of calculus, you learn about Newtonian mechanics, okay? But actually, these are just side projects of his. That was not his focus. He spent most of his life focusing on reading the Bible to understand the grand plan of God. And he wrote a book called Observations upon the Prophecy of Daniel and the Apocalypse of St. John, okay? That's where his focus was. And he believed he found the Bible code. And he was a member of secret society.
I didn't know all this stuff. That's crazy. So it does seem that, you know, this thing with Iran is not just a quick in and out thing. It seems to be part of a larger plan. I've heard of this before. Definitely concerned for sure. The bombing has absolutely been continuing there in that region. It's quite scary. Let's see. Did we watch this the other night?
Heaven on earth. So it's almost like a script that they're following. And the last factor that is very important is the eschatological factor, where if you look at the Epstein files, it's clear that we are run by secret societies. It's clear that the world is run by these individuals who have a lot of power. We don't know who they are, but they control the military. They control the national security apparatus. And these people, there are different names for these people. You can call them the Illuminati. And the Illuminati are composed of three major groups, okay? You have the Jesuits, who control the Vatican. You have the Sephardim Frankists, which control the modern state of Israel today. And you have the Freemasons, which control the national security apparatus of the United States. And they believe that Israel, this war in the Middle East, is key to the end times in creating heaven on earth. So it's almost like a script that they're following, even though it doesn't make any geopolitical sense. Okay, so I would say that these three are the best reasons why this is happening.
That's crazy. A professor is pretty much coming out and saying, like, we're run by these secret societies. It's crazy. And I got some friends in Dubai right now. I mean, they're pretty much freaking out, man. It's pretty crazy over there. Let's see what's going on here. Someone posted this. It's definitely real. Wait, is it Dubai's collapsing? They're not letting people post about it. I mean, that's normal. I think they don't want others in war. This can be very normal, right? They don't want you to post something that gives the enemy information. It's not just that they're trying to protect their image. It's literally that they're trying to protect the other side from hearing too much intelligence about what's happening in the city or what have you, right? So they can target certain things. So part of it's that. A lot of people don't understand that, but, you know, it's just part of it. But, yeah, they got problems, man. The airport's pretty much all shut down. Only rich people are getting out. The wealthiest of the wealthiest got out. Definitely crazy times, man. I don't think it'll last long. I think that here's my take on it. So we can go look at
Some look like on March 4th, 2026.
Let's see what's going on. This is Jerusalem right now. That's a good sign.
About 9 p.m. People are out on the streets, packed, partying, enjoying themselves, and that's what's actually happening.
That's good. That's good. Ongoing closures. Let's see. Ukraine war, this area. Yeah, of course. Makes sense. And Sudan, there's a civil war. Okay.
Chicago to London, $35. What in the actual fuck? So we have Chicago to London, $35 round trip. That's 94% off.
What?
Then we have Chicago to Rome, $53 round trip, 95% off. Chicago to Singapore, $64 round trip, 96% off.
Wait, is that for real? Because nobody's traveling right now? That's really cheap.
Could it throw things off? Could it
Yeah, that is real. Water. So Strait of Hormuz is closed right now. All right. Which is a pretty big deal. We're probably going to feel that sting here pretty soon. And I'm going to tell you guys how I think it's going to affect markets. Massive warehouse fire burning outside Miami, Fort Lauderdale. You saw a small fire. Oh, okay.
I think the president may simply declare victory. He'll say, got rid of the Ayatollah.
What's this? Inflated pools. Those are cool. Yeah, I think that's cool. I want a fucking pool. What the fuck? Israel aims to demolish Al-Aqsa Mosque, build a third temple, bring some Messiah, where insignia Tucker. The Iranian war is a cover. Sure, it could be.
big, a U.S. official telling Fox thousands of Iraqi Kurds have launched a ground offensive in Iran.
2 days ago, this may.
Mashiach comes. Well, the prophet already said.
Okay.
We're not showing you that because we're not going to show, the Israeli government does not allow us or want us to show where that may have come up, that interceptor. One go up there. We're not showing you that because we're not going to show, the Israeli government does not allow us or want us to show where.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
An IDF soldier, apparently an American by his accent, describing why he's at war. Watch this.
They call this operation the Swords of Iron. But what are we really fighting for? We're fighting for the right of the Jewish people to exist, be Jewish, practice their religion, and be free.
What is this?
And one day our true leader will come and we'll be united as a whole Jewish nation so we can rebuild the Beit HaMikdash.
Beit HaMikdash, probably mispronouncing it. That's the Hebrew term for the temple, the third temple. We are doing this so we can rebuild the temple. Now you'll notice he's pulling off patches on Velcro on his IDF uniform. These are not civilian clothes. This is the uniform of the government of Israel, of its military. And he has patches on that uniform, one of which is a symbol of the temple, the third temple. So it just couldn't be clearer. Why are we doing this? To rebuild the third temple. Now, if you think we're just cherry picking this off the internet, one guy wearing an unauthorized temple patch, paid for, by the way, a uniform paid by us, armaments paid for by us, the U.S. taxpayer pays for all this stuff. One way or another, the U.S. taxpayer pays all here.
So,
a U.S. official telling Fox thousands of Iraqi Kurds have.
Okay.
Is you need to destroy their offspring to prevent them from creating more offspring.
So you dehumanize a group of people in human society, and you prepare them for the kill, for the butchery.
Come on, is this real? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what's real anymore. This is crazy. I think that you're gonna want to. I think there's gonna be a spring coming up, like a really strong catalyst. Something's gonna happen here, and a lot of Roblox drama going on.
See, okay, what we're doing here is comparing Bitcoin in 2020 to Bitcoin in 2026. The similarities are absolutely crazy. I mean, look at this pattern, right? We formed this type of bull flag here. We exploded to the upside. We had a pullback, sort of a bear market here. And what followed was probably the craziest Bitcoin rally that we've ever seen. Now, have a look at 2026. We have that same bull flag followed by that same rally to form the all-time high that we know of today. We've just gone through a terrible bear market here, and we found some sort of support and are now going higher. Again, if history is going to repeat, well, then Bitcoin is going to go on a parabolic run.
Yeah, I have to say that, whatever's happening is not just a one and done thing, but that's not necessarily bad. I mean, I'm not saying, I'm happy that we're at war or anything like that, but market-wise, once people know what we're up to, because right now there's a lot of uncertainty. That's why markets are just hanging out. You see the Russell here is selling off, and, but there's going to be a moment where the market's going to realize, like, okay, we're at war. That's what's happening. And then things are going to start to rally. This is how things are. But I would say, you know, we're probably going to have at least a few weeks of this indecision. You know, we got some nice rallies. Here's Bitcoin, okay? Now, this is a sketch I drew. And, you know, I've had this box here for a while. I told you guys this was an important range. I know people were shouting out all kinds of numbers. But if you look closely, what I drew out has been so spot on. It's been unfucking believable. We've gone into this box. We went under it a little bit, but we'd just been chopping right in this box. And you guys remember I drew this box live a few weeks back when we were up here. And I said, we're going to come in here and we're going sideways and we're going to probably do higher lows or hang out. And then we're going to be up only. Now, I drew it on I don't know what time frame, so this is stretched out longer than the actual time I'm intending. I wish I could shrink this, and then we're going to go absolutely berserker mode. And my theory was that if we have a drop down on a scare, it's going to be quite quick and possibly more like a flash crash into some lower ranges. And the market will realize, okay, we're at war, and we're going to just blast off. Things are going to rally, because that's the default kind of scenario. I don't think we're going to just go down and be like, you know, in dismal fucking whatever crap. I just don't see that. So I'm still sticking to this. And this has been a strong range for us. We had a nice rally right now. That's nice. I'm not convinced that this is where we're going up. I do think that maybe the markets need a little bit more of that certainty about like, okay, we're in this. It's kind of like when the zombie apocalypse happened, but it was like down for a very long time. No one thought of buying the markets, and it stayed down for a little bit of while. I mean, the crash was, you know, like only like a month or two long, right? If you go back, and then once people realized like, okay, we're in this situation, things just rallied forever. But you can see how we had this time period here. But the actual like, whoa, you know, the world is stopping. You had this serious crash, okay? And then things went up, and I think it was in this area a lot of people talked about like, well, nothing's going to happen, right? But no, the opposite happened. We really rallied hard, okay? I think you might be more likely to have something like this happen than something like we had here in the 2022 bear market. A lot of crypto people right now are sidelined, and they're thinking we're going to have this long bear market, and they're going to have time to accumulate, where I think we're going to have something more like this that could happen, okay? And one of the reasons I think we're going to have some kind of move down is because market makers are want to clear out longs, especially if they know we're going to have like insane levels of up, okay? And I don't know where that would be or what that catalyst would be. Would that be on Iran doing some serious escalation, or maybe somebody else entering the war? Maybe China shows up. Who knows what it could be? But it won't last very long, because the market knows now that if we have a crash, everybody buys and go up. So I think it would happen quite quick and not long and drawn out. They don't want to give people time to accumulate very long. Okay, so I think it would be pretty quick, but it would still be pretty scary, because everyone, it would still feel like World War. It's a pretty serious conflict and it's escalating, but it would be the time where you'd want to buy the fear. You would want to buy the invasion, or you'd want to buy the whatever, right? And we might have already gotten a great buying opportunity already on that low, where you bought the kind of like initial shock. And, it's even possible we smack down and it doesn't go lower than that, 60K on PTC. It could go much lower. And one of the reasons I think it just could have some wick down is just because I know that market makers love that. So the news and everything would want to accelerate that end of the world feeling, but really that would be the time to buy, and a lot of longs would be taken out. But in general, I do think we are going to have a massive, unbelievable fucking rally. Yeah. Because war, what are they going to do? They're going to print money, man. They're going to start printing money. Everyone's going to know it. So with this time, I think what I'm getting at is the market is going to front run it. Not like during a zombie apocalypse, even, where the market was acting in the natural. I don't think you're going to get a long, drawn out, rounded bottom in a bear market like here. You're going to get something like this, except it's going to happen even quicker, because people are going to be more ready for it. They're going to want to buy the fear. Okay, they know the money printing's coming, so everything's going to be front run. So you're not going to have a lot of time to react or think about it. And I think it's I think it could be coming. I see Russell selling off, or it's not selling off per se. You know, let me see something here. Okay, I can put a line there. So we've broken some structure, but the major structure is still not broken yet. Why is this here? What's that doing up there? Fix that. Let's go look at, you know, if you look at DJI, it's broken major structure, okay? This channel that's been going up here for the year has now been broken, okay? So, definitely showing some weakness. Market is front running a little bit. I want to see this really quick. Okay. DJT is stalling out a little bit. This could come back and definitely do a retest. So it could make some sense here as well. Okay. Let's look at the Dixie. What's going on here? All right, still in this range. Some people were saying this is bearish. The Dixie still looks like could be bullish to me. Let's go look at USDT dominance as well. This looks like it could come back for sure. What about those stimmy checks? I haven't seen them yet. I think psychologically, I think here's what they would have to do. They're going to have to like sweeten the deal. Like, let's say they're sending more troops into the area. Okay. They're going to want to keep people at home pacified. And instead of giving, bread and circuses, our version of that would be stimmy checks. How they would do it this time, I'm not, I don't know. But I do see that rallying market or even crypto. For example, let's say we talk about alt season. We talked a lot about that things might happen differently than they've happened before. And if you come over here to the others, like maybe Bitcoin pushes up some, but it doesn't do like a major run yet. Maybe we get a massive alt season, okay? Because this chart just looks like it's ready to like take over the world, man. It looks so crazy bullish. That maybe the thing that keeps, because the average person doesn't care about Bitcoin. They're excited about memes and altcoins and stuff like that, right? So maybe that's one thing that keeps people not focused on the war per se, right? They start printing money. They get, PMI goes up or something. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't even know how that's going to come into this but in the sense that money will get to people. So yeah, maybe the PMI does keep pushing up and they use that as a way to pacify people, but it's going to benefit, of course, all of us holding altcoins in a big way, right? And this is maybe where the others really, really takes the fucking stage and like goes berserker mode. He's smart, no doubt. Richard, he's waiting for a turn. Is Richard a genius or a scammer? He may not be either. He may not be a complete genius. He may not be a total scammer. He just may be very clever and I look at the charts and I see good stuff. I think there's a lot of opportunity. All right. We can come over here to Pulse. A lot of things rallied. You can see this rally right here. Broke out of here. Very nice. This falling wedge. Okay. And let's go. No, I think the day the The time for PulseChain is approaching. Okay, I don't, you know, I feel like scammers thrown around very easily. You know, like, and you know, I don't think he's a scammer. Like, maybe he made some bad decisions, for sure. But, you know, he's human. He's trying to do a lot. He's actually, you know, by not working with a lot of people, it kind of keeps the chain secure. But at the same time, it puts a lot of pressure where he has to, like, instead of, you know, hiring market makers and trying to get people to help, he's got to, like, make a lot of decisions on his own. It's not easy. But yeah, man, I don't think he's a scammer. You know what I mean? I think he's pretty ruthless. He's got to be, you know. It's not easy what he's doing. But I think that things generally look healthy. And when the time comes, this is all going to really, really go absolutely insane. Okay? And yeah, you see this falling wedge is looking really nice. We've had all this bullish divergence. See on the RSI. You've also got this bullish divergence on the MACD. It's really nice. We're breaking out here. Now, whether this continues or not, or does it come up and you know, hang out, it could trickle down like this and then launch. That's fine. All of this is good. One thing we're going to get to see is this, you know, bullish divergence continue, and does it translate over in a very strong way into the weekly charts as well, right? That's all we want to see. And these clues are what's going to tell us, like, cool, it's time to go all in, or we got a little bit more time to go sideways here to wait. But we're there, man. We're almost there. We're getting very close. He did beat the SEC, which is really strong too. Ari says, thoughts of PTGC. Thoughts on PTGC. What's up, Saint? Let's fucking go. What's up, man? Institutions also have taken a lot of coins from OG Bitcoiners or Trovo. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that they're going to, you know, since we're, you can't go to war and have a recession, if that makes sense, I guess is what I'm saying. And, you know, seeing the way this stuff is escalating makes me really, really think we're going to have an epic alt season. You know what I mean? Because this is how they're going to keep us distracted. This is going to be our bread and circuses, right? While other people are like scared to death, they're going to turn this. You can't have this. Like, yeah, you get this stuff, but there's going to have to be something that keeps people like whoa. And I think altcoin season could be a big part of that, man. I'm pretty bullish. Okay. Oh, the nicotine trend.
Is used as a nootropic. People are like using these, you know, little mints or the Zyn bags and stuff. I've never tried it, but Nicorette, like the gum, for a nootropic effect. It improves their cognitive performance. Okay,
yeah, it works. Yeah, I've been trying to be careful with that stuff. It does work a little bit though, but it's not. It's tough on your cardiovascular system. There's no doubt about it. Let's see. No. Let's go look at. Let's see. Yeah, so others looking very, very, very juicy. Ready to go absolutely berserker mode. Yeah, what's up, man? We got some people joining us here. VIX is already spiking. I think this VIX spike was coming, so I had already had that drawn in. Didn't touch too low. Let's see here. Total crypto market cap, excluding BTC. Yo, what's happening? It's good, man. You want to join the show? Or are you waiting for somebody? Okay, let's put you in. Quant 7. What's going on?
All is good. That's great.
How you doing tonight, man?
All is well. I'm knee deep in the modeling.
Knee deep in the what?
In the modeling. I'm looking at charts all day.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think? What's going on? Is there any chart that you're finding the most clues with, or like giving you the most information to put something together?
To be honest with you, I'm doing a lot of leverage trading, and I usually keep up. Everything's a lot of the cryptos are at least perpetuals pegged to Bitcoin, and there's kind of a look like Dow Jones and S&P, and then there's the inverse correlation with gold, silver, and so I got somebody's trading oil, and so it's interesting times right now because there's just a ton of volatility, and so some people I know out there in a true killing.
Can you check your mic and see if you can get it closer to you, or or we can get it clear somehow?
Okay, can you hear me a little bit better now?
Yeah.
Might need to take myself off these headphones.
It's kind of gritty. It's just kind of gritty.
Yeah, sure. How's that?
How's it sound to you guys, chat? And you say, what did you say? Expensive. Let's guess. I hope you resurrect. The only thing we know is far down. Let's see. All right. Good.
I wouldn't mind picking your mind on the charting.
Yeah. Oh, now you got like reverbed and far away. Check that again. But it sounded good. But it sounded like far away.
Oh, far away? Okay.
Yeah, echoey. Or you guys chat? Are you guys getting that? Is it echoey? You can hear him fine? Okay, maybe it's fine. Try audio again now that you don't have the headphones in. It was bad. Better with the headphones. They're saying it's better with the headphones, okay? Yeah. So I was just talking about, I was covering some of the war news earlier and going through it and seeing what the headlines were on Twitter, and just saying that, look, it looks like this looks like it's escalating. And that's fine. It is what it is. I do think maybe there'll be some bigger retaliation. Obviously, if they want to escalate it more, you saw this Marine putting up a protest as it was. I'm sure a lot of people in the military are like, why are we going? What's happening here? Like, Persians have never attacked us. Like, we don't have a problem with Persia. Like, you know what I mean? Persians are really cool, by the way. And they may have to do something to get the U.S. sentiment on board with something more. So maybe that's what's going to play out in the next few weeks here. All right, which is fine. We tread sideways. Somebody else coming in, and there'll be something that happens that'll signal us, give us some signal, and that'll be the time to go all in. And then I think things are just going to go up and away, because they're going to print into whatever this conflict is, and they're going to want to keep people distracted. So I was saying that an altcoin season would be the great place. And I'm not just meaning an altcoin season. I want to be clear about this. I mean an altcoin season that could last longer than any altcoin season you've ever seen before in your life. Like, if you come over here and you look at this other chart, and by the way, I think metals could be topped out, and that's a good sign for markets, because generally we start to rally like crazy. But when you come and you look at this others, man, you could have an altcoin season that just lasts for months and months and months and months and months. Because what needs to happen here? Let me let who's in there? Is that Blackhawk? Blackhawk, what's up, bro?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good. Yeah, we got audio. You ready to come in? You want me to kick in? Let's go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And my brother as well.
Your brother? Are you guys brothers?
Yes.
Okay.
What? Yeah. And so what's beautiful is what you're chiming in on now. Hanif can kind of ping pong with you on it because this is his stuff. You guys, we're loving that.
I got a theory I want to run by you around this Iran situation. So
Wait.
my wife happens to be a journalist.
Wait, hang on 1 second. I want to finish my point. But also, how come you have a name tag and then you don't have a name tag? Do you have to click a box, bruh? Honey,
myself?
Honey, if you got to click, is there an option for you? You got to turn a check if you want your name there, because Blackhawk has his, you don't have your name, but you have to do that from your end. But anyway, let me finish what I was saying really quick. So, this has been down so long, so unbelievably long, that everybody is offsides. And this could just go up for fucking ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, it could just go on and on and on and on. Because A, it would keep the public very distracted, but B, this would be the best move for the market because nobody's in altcoins. So this is exactly where you'd want to be positioned. I mean, this is exactly where you feel awful about it. You want to, PulseChain or whatever it is, altcoin, you don't want to touch them, but this may be the absolutely best time to be in them and get ready to take advantage of this move. I don't even remember. Is that what I was saying? What was that? Hello. Oh, did you rejoined again? You want me to? You think that the new one is better? Is that what it is?
All right.
I want to turn that one off. There's two of them.
I got it. I turned it off.
Yeah, it's no big deal if you can't find it. Is there something on my end? I don't think it is. Maybe you don't get a name tag. I'm not sure what's going on. Why did you not get one there? Show guest name.
Yes.
Oh, there we go, bro. What the heck?
That's a big name.
That's a big name. Let's see if I can. Looking good, man.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Let's bring this down to. Aha! There we go. Looking good, everybody. Chat, smash the like button. We have the DTGC team in here. Sell in May and go away mantra. I don't know. I don't think those rules are going to apply in this situation. You may want to buy in May. Maybe what's coming up is the ultimate time to be picking up all this stuff. You want to be up into the right only for a long time. Imagine you're up into the right for the next 2 years straight.
All weighted.
Yeah. Because see, like for market makers, the benefit is that most people are gonna sell pretty early. They're not gonna understand that we've been crushed down so long that we could just go up forever now. They could just keep tearing it up, keep the sentiment going. Because, it's also the ultimate distraction. Otherwise, what are we gonna do? We're all gonna be out there protesting the war, right? So they're gonna keep us distracted here. They're gonna keep, printing money, whatever they got to do. They got their thing. We're watching that greater, Israel project or whatever, and they've already got their plans. This has been planned out a long time ago. It's not happening by accident. So, where'd Hanif go? Wait, did I lose him? Did I click the wrong button and throw him out? What happened?
I'm here.
Oh
no, Hanif, you might have two screens up. So choose one of your screens and delete it. Or
okay, I switched to the other one he had. Okay, I switched to your other one.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the name tag and then I lost you and then I got the. Okay, there you are. Anyway, what were you saying? You were saying
Yeah, a theory about this Iran situation, right?
Yeah.
I got some other I guess quant buddies, private. But I was talking to my wife, and she mentioned kind of Trump's plan. Midterms happen in November, right? And so,
right.
Some interesting theories out there. The ability to kind of skip over the election. And so, certain events occur. Like, for example, if we're at war,
Oh, then
bypass an election.
There's
right?
no election. Is that what you're saying? If there's war?
Right, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
So although
That's
they
true.
say 5-6 weeks,
Mhm,
some of the ruckus that we're seeing in Minnesota,
Mhm.
martial law gets called. And so,
I'm sorry, you broke up. More what did you say?
martial law.
Oh, martial law. Yes, yeah.
Right. You've done a martial law. So, I'm of the belief that, you can count on more craziness happening probably.
Oh boy.
Said November.
Hopefully we don't get that, man. That's a whole nother thing. Oh, well, then they'd have martial law. Then everyone would be stuck indoors only trading meme coins. So maybe we would be good.
Yeah.
But somebody said it. Ovidian said Roaring 20s is coded. And I'm with you on that. I do think things have been crushed so far, so long. I think they could be up only for a very long time, man. I think we're really very lucky and privileged to be here at this time right now. I know it's scary as fuck, but in terms of, what we do and the business here, the business model, I think things could be looking really good for that, like a Roaring 20s, yeah. Like the sentiment has just been crushed too long, man. It's been too down, too bad for too long, and they're going to release it. And the reason is, I think, is a distraction, especially if we have martial law or something like that. They're going to need to balance that out somehow, right? You can't just have a bunch of people angry, pissed off at home. They're going to have to do something. And a Roaring 20s scenario would be amazing, right? Where like everything's shit, but now the Bitcoin and altcoins and everything's just going berserker mode for a year straight or 2 years. Like who knows how crazy it could be. I mean, the altcoin market's really been crushed for like 5 years, so it would be nuts, right? And then it would finally also line up with the ISM coming up into the Shemitah.
An interesting topic I think that you'd probably be an expert on. Is, a lot of these big funds have been buying up Bitcoin.
They are, yeah.
Over the last few years, change their position and not supporting non-Bitcoin crypto. I can't remember the gentleman's name, but these are like the largest players in the game. Historically, been buying up crypto, and are now supporting other coins, Solana, etc. And so they've recently come off their positions of being Bitcoin. Is it? It's been migrating their position, not one of them, across the board, supporting other coins as they gain more traction.
It was a little bit hard to understand in the middle.
Your microphone, is your air?
Yeah.
But I think were you saying that these bigger funds are going to kind of pivot to smaller projects? Is that what you were saying?
Oh, they've already started.
Oh, they've already started.
They've already started, right? And so, for the life of me, I can't think of these big names, but I'm talking about the biggest names out there. What's the biggest fund out there that just is nothing but Bitcoin?
Michael Saylor.
Exactly, right? Saylor, and then that other lady, right? And they've changed their whole strategy and have been supporting, or at least changing their allocations, given that really the market has shifted and more of these coins are gaining traction.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what did you mind if I give you guys a little background on Hanif and what he's done? Like, in other words, so he was a former bank regulator for the FDIC.
Okay.
And so he measuring banks' liquidities and making sure they're up to par on I guess the standards of that time, and then a global risk analyst for Citibank Global, based out of New York, and now he does risk analyst for Rory Bank, which is a South Korean bank based out of Seoul, LA, and New York. And I remember him maybe about 7 or 8 years ago when you were talking about just the governments wanting to get involved in crypto and the roundtable discussions that you had. If you kind of highlight us on that and what you know from a macro level and your CFTC experience, that would maybe give us
Right. Yeah, so I'll give you a quick update. So after the regulatory game, I spent, I used to jump from bank to bank at Goldman, et cetera, doing model validation, et cetera. But I was at Citi, I was the point person for the FDIC relationship, supporting the executive. My counterparts represented either the Fed or CFTC, FINRA. And so two of them are now, I think, the acting commissioner, the number 2 at the CFTC. But if you looked, I think Hammond sent me an article, there's been this big push to adopt crypto, perpetual trading, et cetera, in the U.S. market. And so they were successful in December with, I think, spot coin trading or whatnot. But they sent an article out in the coming weeks, the CFTC is noted that they're going to be adopting perpetual trading in the U.S. market, which is absolutely huge. Because as you know, unless you have a VPN, you can't really trade on these exchanges. And there's also tax implications, right? You don't get the same tax treatment if it's not a U.S. regulated exchange. And so now, hopefully in the next few weeks, that will be adopted and we'll be able to trade perpetually. It's no different than U.S. futures, indices, commodities, et cetera. And so very excited about that. I think that's huge. And so, obviously significant traction with the crypto market and banking internationally, but it seems like U.S. has been kind of late adopter. I can say now, I think everyone's kind of knee deep in this and ramping up.
And what do you think what do you think the timeline is going to be for this?
As of last year, I was expecting early 2020, early this year. But per the article, and I think it was, a lot of these articles were published just probably yesterday, the last couple of days. But per the article, it said in the next few weeks. And so that's a big deal.
A question that I had, considering perpetuals and that's leverage trading, et cetera, with the rail guards, the risks off, does that bring more dollar volume to these cryptos in general, or is it just the same washing around of the same money, if that makes any sense?
It's a whole different asset. So I think it's huge. And then the other probably most exciting news that I've been privy to is and you guys can do your research, but U.S. Treasuries, right, which obviously is considered like risk-free asset for U.S., 0% risk weighted in terms of for banks, being converted to the blockchain. And so obviously we know these stable coins, et cetera. Even Rory Bank, right, based out of they're like a Truist in South Korea, international bank, but across the board. I'll take a step back. U.S. Treasuries will be converted to the blockchain.
Yeah.
That's huge. It's absolutely huge. And so, there's going to be a lot of opportunity, in my opinion, in the crypto space, It's already been a part of financial institutions, right? They've been working on this for quite some time and trying to do interesting things. But I definitely see a lot more adoption in the mainstream.
I agree with you. Yeah. Blackhawk, are you military?
No, healthcare.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely healthcare. A little bit of background, former walk-on University of Alabama 25 years ago, 1999, 2020. I've been selling spine implants or neurovascular devices for quite some time, and a big PulseChain, PulseChain all in as of last year. Launched a token your mom. I literally burned all the liquidity and all the pools I had to every core token you could think of with Hex, PLS, Inc., PTGC, etc. So your mom's just a living mutual fund of those coins, and it's a perfect gateway to the DTGC launch and the tech that's involved in that. So that's my gateway to the PulseChain liquidities through that pair, basically. But
okay, yeah, let's definitely talk. Before we get to talk about that, though, tell me how you guys kind of like found your way to PulseChain. Why you guys like PulseChain?
So most of this has been years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was so the way I found myself to PulseChain is like right when I got into the neuro space, there was my accountant, and then there was another neuro rep that was a big hexagon, 555, stayed for 15 years, right? And I just couldn't wrap my head around, you stayed for 15 years, right? And, then I would talk to my brother about PulseChain, and he would look at it from a macro standpoint and basically talk about, well, I've been in meetings that are talking about these 8 coins that are survivable for the next, that they're looking into the future, et cetera. And he would talk to me about it in a macro level.
Yeah.
And, I felt that the future is this. And he was saying, well, the future is true DeFi, and actually the PulseChain might be a few years ahead of where this is actually going in the crypto space, like less centralization.
Yeah.
And, loaded up heavy on PTGC. I've got a hex stake that I keep forgetting about, right? So as everything's down in the markets, and I'm, looking, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, I'll be like, oh my God, I got a P hex stake until 2028. All right. So that's kind of where I've been, where I'm at right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you, Hanif?
Building. And so a couple of years ago, I kind of got big into the trading. Given that when you work at some of these big banks, they don't let you trade a lot of the current stuff is out there. And so I said, let me try to really get into, crypto trading, right? And perpetual trading. And so, recently, I'd say probably about 8 months ago, I started building algorithms as a result of being more of a newer trader, I guess as a couple of years ago, taking some of these heavy losses, being aggressive. And I said, this is a rule-based game, probabilities, statistics, et cetera. So I said, let me start building some of these algos. But if anyone that's played with algos knows, when you buy them off the market, position sizes are very small. They don't generate the type of money that you can make if you're trading yourself. And so I said, let me build a true algo that can actually replicate, a highly skilled trader and actually really pop out some real returns, right? And so, I've been working with Hamid to develop a very institutional grade, robust that I would consider extremely highly calibrated for the types of contracts that it's trading. And so, which is I guess why Hamid wanted to ask me to jump on this call. As you know. When you just buy some of these algos off the street, they're not necessarily intended for what they're used for, right? They might be built. You can't really develop an algo that's a one-size-fits-all pony, right? But the Federal Reserve, like as part of their guidance, they say a model has to be fit for use. You can't just use it for anything, right? And so, what I've been working on and developing is for the, let's say per time, per contract. So, if there's a Bitcoin perpetual for the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute mark, calibrated. But what we're also doing is, as opposed to just a simple algo, we have different engines that drive, right? And so you got wheat, trend, break, mean reversion for the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute. Each one of those are different income streams. Because, if you're a professional trader, you've been trading, let's say, Bitcoin 1 minute. And so not only have we developed that for Bitcoin in the same algo, we have it for Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and because Hannah's been on my ass, gold and silver as well, all in one algo. And so this is the way we've developed this is it's an institutional grade, regime adaptive, shifting or dynamic risk profile. So the way I like to think about it is if you have a car, it's not a stick shift, it's automatic, regime adaptive. And then it's 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. So it's kind of dynamic risk profile shifting. And so coupled with these 4 different engines that are all calibrated for these time frames and for those specific contracts, we think we got something pretty good. Because this isn't the simple 25, 50 road that you get off the street or pay $150 for a month. This is truly institutional grade in every sense. In addition, it's what we follow. And you see Quant 7. My name is the 7 principles of a hedge fund. And so, heavily researched concepts, and then we build up the framework, and then we follow the different principles. The principles of a hedge fund, you can look it up. To ensure there's this ongoing loop of feedback where we're continuously developing. And so, the initial one that we're launching on Hamid's site, which, we set it up, I think the first day and went live, and, it's interesting, right? Bitcoin, I think it was at 75. And we're looking at it, and Hamid calls me up and he says it just opened 32 shorts at Bitcoin at 60,000 or 65,000. I said, oh, looks like we found a bug, right? It went 32 for 32 plays, all wins, holding Bitcoin. And didn't think it would break 70. And so, it's been proven. And our game plan is to flip that. We already have our set of U.S. future indices, like the S&P, mini, NASDAQ, mini. And then we're also going to flip that for commodity futures, right? And so at the end of the day, what we're hoping is, for the average retail person to access institutional level grade algorithm actually makes real money. Leverage, so extremely tight risk management. But like I said, just one model, just the one script should be, in this case, the first one, it's going to be on Hamid's, featured on Hamid's website. Like I said, that's 24 income streams, 24 wallets, all aggressively trading as soon as an opportunity hits.
Yeah. And to speak to
Pretty
that,
excited.
Yes.
Hang on.
Only going to be, yeah.
Hang on one second. Hey, is the stream okay?
Yeah.
Hello.
I lost you for a second.
It did go out, right? Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
It did go out briefly, yeah.
Okay, everybody's okay. Okay, good. Woo! iPhone Bull Run. Who's that over there in the green room?
So there is one guy that's been testing the Solana Sniper version.
Okay.
On our pulsing a Solana sniper. So he's been testing it with me.
Okay.
So he's just a pulse and who knows Soul, who's just been, I can attest to what he's been using the snipers for.
Oh yeah.
I'd be honored to have him on as well because he's can speak to DTGC from a user standpoint.
Oh, yo, iPhone.
I test a lot of the stuff, and I'm just kind of here on the ground level, seeing how the technology works and can be adapted to like ongoing changes in the market or just tweaks and refinements. I feel like it's kind of just like endless. So that's kind of exciting as well. And I want to be kind of a step ahead on the curve of just knowing how to use the technology so that I can like onboard others as well. And just like,
are you guys, improve. Are you part of the team?
I definitely would say he's my main. He's right now, like he's been using the sniper and he's been working with me and like just from a user standpoint, since I'm a Pulsican at heart. So
okay.
But I see so much action on the Solana side of things. The Phantom X Gold Sniper. We have a Pulse X Gold Sniper. He knows Solana well, and he's been able to master it pretty much.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, on this, that's the old cash side. If you go to Business Suite, can you click Business Suite at the top right by Connect Wallet? Yep, there we go.
Yeah. So what's going on?
So you can just scroll to the top of the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is DTGC dynamic trading.
Okay.
You see the price of your mom. You see the amount that's 31 million staked, and you see the price of DTGC, which is shot up with the rest of the core tokens based on our pools, etc. As you scroll down, Quant 8 is what Hanif has his script for. That we'll get into that. So if you want to click on that, you can, just to kind of see what that's going to do. And so this is the Quant 8 Arbitrum Perpetuals. We use Arbitrum with gains.trade on the back end. His script gets plugged in, and the script that he would use in TradingView for signals, buy, sell, break even, profit, etc. That specific script runs through AWS Lambda and fires off trades. Now, if you click P&L, so this is what you'll see when that script is live. We did a test run with the Q7. I call it the Q8 because it's the second version, but Hanif's master script is a Quant 7 alpha script. The tweaks all go into that main Quant Q7 script. That's why it's labeled that way. Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, and silver. And in essence, right now, once that is active, and if your wallet was connected, then you'd be able to just copy those trades. So in other words, your wallet's connected, you have, let's say, some USDC, a little bit of ETH for gas. The gas fees are low on Arbitrum. And this is where you'll see the trades that the Quant's doing. And once you allow your wallet to connect to that, you're just shooting off the same exact trade of the same script. This is not a perpetuals. We want people going in and just doing their own trading, etc. All it is following a high-level successful script, period. Now, PulseX Gold, this is your basic PulseX, all right? So in other words, you can trade and swap coins. We have a server in Finland, and we have the entire PulseChain ecosystem saved on this server. So in other words, your fastest snipes and trades, it can be linked to the TG bot. You can connect, if you want to switch coins, if you want to create LP, you can do all that. But if you go to the bond button, I think that's what's most important for people. Could you click that little fire symbol, bottom right? Yeah, there. Great. So pump tires. These are the top 10 coins on pump tires right now, right? That are about to bond. So in other words, our sniper, which is also linked to Telegram, you can literally see something that's about to bond. You can click it. You can set up a limit buy, a limit sell, or you can do a flywheel where it just does limit buys and sells, and limit buys and sells 3%, 5%. So it's making you more pulse, and it's just day trading with you as you go. So now if you go to, this is very important for all of us Pulsicans. This is AI driven, the gold cup, which is basically the wins of the day. You can slide to the gold cup on that. Great. So this will tell you what the greatest opportunities are through quantitative mathematics, and AI is constantly refreshing this.
Really?
PulseX, Hex, and if you scroll down as you're doing that, see incentive token, the Grace currency
Nice.
holding pretty hard and heavy.
Mhm.
Yeah. So in other words, I love this. I love the system, right? I love PulseChain, but I'm not good at choosing all these different new coins that pop in my face and pull me away from my cores or bring me back to the cores. So this is just the actual fundamentals that helps people new to PulseChain see something that they want to buy or put a limit order in that they want to buy on it. If they want to buy it 5 or 10% lower than they want to buy it.
Interesting. And this is PHEX, of course, right?
Excuse me?
This is a PHEX.
Yeah, that's PX. That's PX.
PulseX.
Yep.
Incentive.
PulseX.
Grays.
Incentive.
Yeah, I mean these are strong. I agree with this. I was looking at the charts and we went over this recently. PulseX very strong. PX super strong. Incentive, of course. Grays doing good. I'm not familiar with these other ones, but yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, I'm not. Sometimes when I want to get real memey, then I'll kind of trust that versus kind of just choosing, on fake. Having said that, you can go to the other little bonds. Just go to the sniper button right next to it.
Sniper, yeah.
All right. So this is your ability to actually set a limit order and snipe a token, limit buy, limit sell, right? Everything I used to buy in the past, I'd actually have to buy it at the market price. Now I can set it and forget it, 10% lower, get a notification here. This is also linked to Telegram. So we have a full Telegram sniper feature in place right now. So once you link to Telegram, most people like to use the solid trader and they're used to that and they're able to trade on Telegram and do all that. There's some absolute real alpha. So now what you're seeing is I have a window to what I'm doing right now. I've got a flywheel set up and everybody has the ability to create their own flywheel through Telegram. And what I did is I took Pepe, RH Pepe, Stacks, and I took Peacock. And what it does is if Pepe or Stacks drop by 10%, it's going to make a buy. Right? I think my setting's 3%, it'll buy. If it goes up by 5%, it'll sell. There's certain outliers that are shooting up, and if it shoots up past it, it'll reset and do that again. So I'm making more pulse blindly. So all my trading I do blindly now.
Really?
Yeah. Now the ones you saw below that is also called the flywheel that we have. So in other words, we're sniping instabonds and we're selling instabonds immediately. And that's that. So this is a setup to where it's more advanced on the Telegram. And when Bull Run talks to you about the Solana aspect of the Phantom X, we have it on hyperdrive on that because so many tokens are bonding. So we're just constantly just like doing that first buy, first sell, and then going from there on it. So when it comes to dynamic trading, it just makes it easier, specifically for me myself, to just treat it like stocks, where I can just have my limit orders in, and if I want to just keep it going on a coin that has good liquidity and good volume, just let that happen. And it's funny, Pepe's been the best one for me so far on that. That's about how much pulse I made. I only start off with a little bit on this, and I let it go from there. So now LP, we can create our LP through PulseX. PulseX is the back end here on this.
Okay.
The reason why I have this here is because we started off heavily incentive as we built this, and as we're finalizing the final quant, once it authorizes, stamps it, banking, and it's ready and hands it off to me, which is, it needs to be perfect. We don't want to just put something out there. Most of our staking mechanisms are for early users, and they give a lot of rewards.
Oh yeah.
I want to let everybody hear today that's all going to cut in half eventually, because it's early incentive stuff on the staking. Yeah. So these are the staking tiers, right? For single-sided staking. This is V4 technology, right? Relevant to Uniswap's V4 technology, and someone can actually stake on every one of these tiers, and they can do multiple stakes on a stake. And in other words, you can have compounding stakes. So your reward system and the way you have it set up will protect you during a bear market. And the stakes are pretty short, 30, 60, 90 days. The white diamond is very specific, and the future stakes are going to be half these rates because I can't give 70% APR forever. And when your stake's in, you'll still be accruing. The original stakers will still be accruing that APR. But the white diamond stake is unique because this is the first in PulseChain where you can stake and you can sell your stake to somebody else and transfer it like an NFT, like sending it to someone else's wallet. So let's say I want to sell my $5,000 stake to you for $2,000. I need the Pulse. We make that deal. You send me Pulse. I put your wallet address and I send it. That stake shows up in your MetaMask. NFT shows up in your MetaMask for that stake. And then as soon as you connect to this site, that white diamond NFT stake is there. So you can click white diamond right now and it'll kind of show you what it looks like. So yeah, you don't have to connect your wallet or anything, but you'll see this here screen here, and then you'll see like the little stake card right beside it and the metrics behind it. Now to get into some immediate urgent alpha, because like I said, we cover Arbitrum just to make money off that chain and bring it to PulseChain. We want to make money off Solana and bring that to PulseChain. If you could scroll back up to the Phantom X Sniper. Yeah, Phantom X Gold. So here, what you're seeing is you have the ability to connect your Phantom or Soulflare wallet and all those same features that you saw on the Pulse X Gold. We have an absolute badass revolving flywheel going on right now, sniping with AI intelligence, because every evening it does an auto analysis of all the trades it won, all the ones that it lost, the basically a two-phase exit. Phase one at 30%, it'll sell 30% for profit right when the token bonds, and then again at 8%, and then phase two is a 65% with a trailing 20%. So if you get a moon bag, it'll just wait and let it go, and then as soon as it drops back below 20%, it'll sell for you.
Really?
I've never been fast enough to snipe a Solana coin. Now I am.
Nice.
And Bull Run, I'll kind of let you get into what you've been able to accomplish with this.
What's this up here? What was it? Oh, okay. I'll ask again later. It was on the other.
So in other words, yeah, you can click it. You can, if you move your mouse inside that screen, you can scroll up and down.
Oh, gotcha.
And also some of the trades. So some of those trades down there, you see that.
Oh, there we go. What's this up here? Mandalorian Sniper. What's that?
Okay, so Mandalorian Sniper is basically when you get a good win, you want to brag about it. So if I wanted to brag about the Pepe wins on the flywheel,
yeah,
I click that card, or I have that on Telegram as well, and it just generates a little Mando card, and it says your profit and loss metrics, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. And so, am I able to share my screen at all, or kind of show you?
Yeah,
how it
you
works,
can.
or-
You can. Yeah, do the Zoom. I think there's a button, and then I accept it over here. Two blood, or is that a question you're asking, or are you just telling us what you're doing? Let me know when you have that. I'll bring it up in here.
Give me 1 second. Go here. All right, cool. All right, so do you see it?
Hang on.
I'm sharing it.
I see it.
Cool.
Wait. No, hang on. Why is it black? Hang on. Oh. Do I have to click that button? iPhone Bull Run. Okay. iPhone Bull Run. We don't see it. Why don't I see it?
Do you see it on the small screen, any for the large screen?
The large screen. It might just be. I see it on the large screen.
Let me click that. Do I click here? Oh. Whoa, wrong button. What's that? Shit. Okay, that's what you're sharing. I should be seeing it right now. It's called iPhone Bull Run, right?
No. That's the other one. Share my screen. I'm right on the GC site.
Wait. Oh, I see it. Okay, hang on. There it is. Blackout down screen. Okay, gotcha. Oh, what?
All right.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm just doing work in the background here. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Showcase. Let's go.
So, Berwin, why don't you kind of talk just about your experiences with the Phantom X while I get into this?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Well, I have yet to see. Okay, it worked. Like, I know it's possible, which is the exciting part, for it to hit on a win, and maybe it'll lose on some, but the win will make up for any of the losses. But I saw it once where I didn't even lose, and once where I was asleep, kind of thing, like not looking, and I looked. It caught it on launch. It sold for me, held a little bit. It went up like double that. Then it sold the last 15%, I think it was, at the top. And then left another crumbs bag, I think it was, that I sold manually. Crumbs bag, it's like, you just have to look at those. Those are up to you. And then I sold the crumbs bag for like $5 and made money in all 3 trades. Now, equally, I seen one where we bought it on bond. Fucking shit crashed to zero. Instantly, I'm like, no, like, whatever. I was expecting to just see $1 available to me. But then I looked on Dex, and it sold for 0 loss on that one. Somehow it caught it from where it was to 0 loss. Like, I don't know how the robot was even that fast, honestly, or how it's possible. But I've seen it work on both ends of the spectrum perfectly now. But since then, we have yet to see that, and we've been manually trading. It's been sniping, but we've been like manually selling and stuff.
Yeah, and so one of the things is
Somebody said it's
given us a great advantage.
It's backwards. It's backwards. Oh,
My screen?
Oh yeah.
Well,
it is fucking backwards. Hang on a second.
Yeah, so
why is it backwards? I'm sure there's a button over here to click. What the fuck? Oh, okay, got you.
That's crazy.
There we go.
And then also I see huge potential for the like, as it's work, like maybe even looking at the sniper is a lot more interesting than the pre-snipe or the pre-bond stuff. The pre-bond stuff, we have it set to like 0.001 Solana. So that just like feeds on crumbs while you're doing your thing, kind of. That is the way I see it. If it can make you even, like 50 cents a trade, even, that'd be cool if that was running permanently. But yeah.
And so we have a safety mechanism in there. So if 5 trades lose sequentially, it'll just shut off. So in other words, like, so if you have it on auto run and then you get 5 losses, it'll shut off itself. Memorize those losses, see why if the pool filled in time, etc. Now, do you see my screen and do you see my Telegram?
Yeah,
and that's just how we have it set now. Like, obviously, we can adjust 5 losses to 10 or unlimited, or like we're just tinkering around with it, trying to find the best recipe.
So let me jump in this right now, and I'm gonna. You see my full screen where? Well, I'm gonna enter my password.
Yeah, you can see what's in the show, right? You see it?
Yeah.
What we're seeing.
Do you see the? Do you see the Telegram?
I see your Telegram. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's
cool.
on there. Yeah.
So let me just run through. So let me just show you what this Telegram's doing right now. So in essence, to start. Great. So this is the Telegram. As soon as you hit the menu chain and you hit start, right? This is my flywheel. So it'll generate you 6 wallets. D-Trader dashboard. You've got your gold wallet. You got your bot wallet.
Tell people what a flywheel is. Tell people what a flywheel is.
So a flywheel is just, let's say you put Pulse or Solana in a wallet. Let's say I put $1 million Pulse and I put $100 in Solana in my main wallet. At that point, you generate 6 wallets, save your keys. We don't have access or see any of those keys. It's all cryptic in the server. And you put, let's say, 20% in each one of those 6 wallets, right? You would set your flywheel up. For PulseChain, I have it set up where you'll set up these 3 tokens: limit sell, limit buy, limit sell, limit buy, and you just let that run as it's gaining you more pulse and giving you a P&L record. You get the great P&L, you got your Mando card, you can share the Mandalorian, etc. So the Solana dashboard, which you see right here, I'll click that dashboard for you real quick. Will that come up? So this is the Solana version, right? It goes through Phantom, or it goes Soulflare. You connect your wallet to that. You'll generate your 6 wallets, save your main wallet, save the keys,
And so right now, this is just showing each wallet that I have there, and it's showing where it trades their time out or where there's wins and losses. Now, wins and losses is not a good measurement because the losses are, let's say, 0.001 SOL. It'll lose with the minimal amount of the safety effect in play. If I click this flywheel here, so flywheel is disabled. I'm going to enable it right now for Solana. The graduation flywheel is on. And you'll start seeing graduation alerts, and it'll kind of let you know what is graduating and sniping, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And get to the snipe history, which ones were missed. We're also not sniping tokens without name or just question marks, so it'll miss those on purpose. And let's say you wanted to configure that. So we have it kind of on a basic configuration that's winning, and it's almost basic. Everyone's kind of sniping the same good tokens with a liquidity pool. We're using Helios RPC, but we also have a backup of Helios RPC, which detects new pump swap pools in milliseconds. It's a 3-stage buy cascade: pump portal, pump swap SDK, and Jupiter, all through the server. We have quality filtering. Every token is scored. The score has to have a social score minimum 55 plus. Dev holding analysis rejects if the dev's holding too much.
Really?
Top 10 wallet clustering, reject if 3 wallets own 70% plus. We did have GitHub stars checked for 4 plus up to 10, but we removed that because there's a lot of fake GitHub people that are just putting stuff up there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that's the two-phase. That's what happens, and there's the intelligent exit system, the two-phase exit. Now,
wow, how long did it take you guys to build this?
Since DTGC is launched, I've been building this, and so some say I should have just not launched until I built it. But this is a very important point that I want to make to everybody.
Okay.
All right. I am sick and tired of hype and PulseChain and the world getting ready for something that launches and it moons. And when the actual good fucking utility launches, it dumps and the dev gets dumped on and everybody just freaking out. So the wise way, and per my research says, is you have the token, build it, everything kind of burns DTGC or buys it up. That's nice. And your mom, set that to the side. Cool. So it's just living in its nice, comfortable state, market cap, people are staked, etc. And then surprise people with the builds like this now. And just build on top of build, etc. And so this says the max amount per day that I snipe. And this way, as we're making money, it's going into the chart. I don't want to depend on people. I want to depend on winning and actual utility and actually helping people make money off the things they couldn't really make money on, specifically because they're just not fast enough, versus the people who are just extremely fast. Now, there's an AI learning layer here with adaptive calibrator, just parameters based on recent trade outcomes. There's an AI trade reviewer that analyzes every trade for pattern recognition, statistical mode, bootstrap from 50 trades. Okay, look, so this token just graduated. We could cut and paste that token, cut and paste the pair, put it in Dex Screener and look at it in real time. That's something that Bull Run's extremely good at. And I advise that if anyone, when they use it, to keep your Phantom wallet open. You see the dust collected into that wallet, sell that back into Sol. I mean, we've had 1 or 2 or 3 of these coins just keep going up and mooning. We actually caught it. The good thing is I can guarantee you're going to catch it early. I can guarantee you'll maybe sell for a safety amount early. But as far as when it keeps going or whatever, that's on you. You know, we'll get you in there early and, you know, leave that up to you. The circuit breaker, I have it set at like a max 0.65 SOL per daily loss just for myself for 20 snipes a day and 5 consecutive losses. So you can adjust all that yourself. You know, you can check your snipers and everything, put the SOL per day and all that stuff. So that token graduated. If I show you kind of back what we've been looking at, so this is what we'll see, like pump fund, token graduate.
And so what Bullrun's really good at is literally just looking at these as soon as they graduate, and sometimes not even sniping it with the system, and just literally just, you know, limit buying it, waiting for the pool creation. We have a setting that kind of really validates it when it actually gets its own liquidity pool or the pool from it bonding, etc. And so this is kind of what we've been seeing all day, and we get into probable wins, etc. And so for PulseChain, get that down, PulseChain down, like stickers. Probable wins, right?
And like when making this, we had to go deep even too, like, and learn some lessons, and we still are, where like the coin would launch, but we had the sniper set up too fast, where we forgot, or we learned from our technology that it takes 30 seconds to a minute for that liquidity to show up. So we had to adjust our sniper to, basically account for that.
Yep. And so a limit order just triggered. We just limit bought this one token, 0x1b7, target hit, 42.5 pulse, current 42.5, executing trade with wallet, tells me it was traded, executed is. If I'm really feeling nervous about getting something that's about to launch, I'll just auto snipe all grad, the top 10 year graduation. Ooh, okay, gotcha. Right, Mandobot executed limit order victory, token trade, boom, bam. Too small, so didn't do the burning of the TTGC yet. All right, limit by fill, that's a Mando card. So invested 21.2 million PLS, 28,000 tokens. Okay, so this is my flywheel. So this is Pepe. Pepe must have just dropped in price a little bit. So I just bought Pepe at a good limit buy. So great, I get this notification. That's awesome. My flywheel's going. I just let it ride. Auto limit sell creator revolving, sell target 44.64 PLS gain. All right, 5% above buy. So when it when it goes up 5%, I'll sell automatically, and that's great. Good deal. That'll take me.
It's basically the automation of buying and selling.
Yes.
Okay.
So we went to the top 10 bonding right now, right? And so the number one token on PulseChain, because we switched to Pulse, Vortex deployer, bet more exclusive threads. Yeah, so I love PulseChain, I love pump tires, but I don't advise doing this revolving flywheel on instant bonds and pump tires tokens, because, you know, we're a young chain, when letting these tokens breathe, etc. But Solana in the degen space, we've all played there. We've all gotten beat up there. This is alpha for the Phantom X Solana to literally just do what we need to do when it comes to just playing the game of advantage and being fast. So early curve sniper, I have it disabled. So all early curve is basically the pump fund before they launch. We're just buying and selling those if we turn that on automatically, because a lot of times we've seen tokens get up to 90% and then come back down to zero, get up to 90% and come back down to zero. So somebody out there is pretending like they're about to launch and then raking all the funds out of the curve and just shot faking everybody on the 90% bond rate. Our AI system is smart enough to be aware of that and to not go after those tokens. Not only that, if we're really annoyed by it, we'll turn the early curve sniper on and we'll play that game with them and literally just from 35% to 60% and just make a little profit there when we want to enable it. So I may do that for a bit. 0.01 sold. We use small amounts because the goal is to take small amounts and make it big. All right, so these are your early curve buys right now. What's funny is, respectfully, there's certain tokens on Phantom that I couldn't buy. They're Chinese tokens or whatever. This system going through the server in Finland actually can buy those tokens. So I've gotten some pretty cool little tokens that I wasn't privy to going through the Hetzner server in Finland. So we got, I guess, early curve buy, early curve nerve,
Xingzhong Chao, and Meme Dog are three of the early curves that we got. But you want to chime in more on this bull run if you like? Or we can kind of just take a break from all this stuff and
Mr. iPhone Bull Run, you out there?
Oh yeah, sorry, phone was on mute.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
So you want to chime in on the early curve buys and some of the stuff that you made me aware of, and regarding to how we had to calibrate it and things we stay away from?
Yeah, so like one thing I'm already flagging, just because I'm watching, even after I'll go back and look at all the coins, right? Even the ones that went to zero and see, did some bounce? When did they do it? And some of the ones that I think are less valuable to snipe are the ones that auto bond at like 1 million, right? Because you'll see like just maybe there'll be one that's good out there, but I've been noticing they'll launch at 1 million, they'll ride sideways, they'll go up for quite some time, and then it's just a waiting game. When is it going to go to zero? When is it going to go to zero? You'll make some gains, but it's going to drop to zero more often than not, and the gains are way less, and the volume or the price action due to the liquidity is less. So I've been kind of noticing that those ones maybe are less valuable. That's just kind of like off the cuff thought that I had just based on some of the research I was doing today.
Yeah.
Two Blood
I love that.
says,
When I read it.
what models are you using on the back end? Is it built on OpenClaw?
So what models are we using on the back end?
Yeah.
We're not using any models. We're not, for the snipers, we're not using it. We're using pump.tires and PulseX for this. We actually have a 2-tiered system, so it'll try to snipe through Phantom and Jupiter. Jupiter tends to be the best for selling, but we're not using any of those other backends. What we're using is a Triton GRPC laser for speed. The pool watcher we use via Helios GRPC to detect new pump swap pools in milliseconds. We also use the Pump Portal WebSocket for real-time graduation detection. We have a 3-stage buy cascade. So he's asking about the architecture. Pump Portal, Pump Swap SDK, Jupiter. Now, what we do is every night, not what we do, the system's set to where AI actually audits every day what was the fastest, what worked, what didn't work. When the next day comes, it's smarter. And the next day comes, it's smarter. The next day comes, it's smarter. So it'll go straight to Jupiter for certain things. It'll go through Pump Portal for certain things or pool detection, etc. So the time that it's taken to really calibrate this, I mean, this has been ongoing for, I'd say, almost 60 days now, 45 days, probably putting in at least 2-3 hours a day.
Wow.
And it's, I can tell you that I've got a great history of winning in life. I can tell you in PulseChain, this is what it takes to get to a level of alpha to where I can have 2 Sol or 1 million Pulse and just make money off of it and let the token take care of itself in the back end. I do not fucking like PvP when it comes to just tokens and launches.
Yeah.
I do like the quant is engine versus engine against the big system, the Goldman Sachs traders and the people that Hanif know on Wall Street that are just running market making. And as far as the Solana PvP absolute World War IV, this is the alpha that we need to play ball there.
Cool, man.
And that's some of that soul revolves and comes back into Pulse and buys up TTGC, et cetera. And that's just name of the game.
Nice.
Yeah. And so, leaving it at that, I may just, I'm gonna stop sharing and then I'm share again just to kind of show, I gotta put my password in the show. Well, actually, no, don't I? I think I have it on this one though, that I connected. So if you don't want to connect to your Pulse wallet to this, just open up a new Sol wallet and you can connect your Soul wallet directly. So I'm gonna just stop sharing real quick, then I'm gonna connect my Soul wallet just so you can kind of see what that looks like on the front end. Oh. See. So let me try to just connect that again to.
Oh, weird.
Screen share right here.
Oh, it's one of those.
Big screen. Share.
Weird.
Back to that. Great. Share. All right, cool. Connect. All right, good. So I just connected my Telegram. DG bot.
Smash the like button, everybody. How's it going out there?
Yep. So you'll see it's DTG bond bot, right? You may be able to see the Cloudflare, Helios, Fastest Snipe, and Lambda that's running with this as well. So more or less, these are features you have on the Phantom X and the Pulse S Sniper. Scancel. Great. So we'll do that. We'll go to Pump Swap or Jupiter for our sniper. We want to do it auto snipe. You can see. Okay, so that one token, that Chinese token I just showed you, I guess plus 0.0172 souls. So I got a win there. That was a pre-curve bond. I got a
so
0.0172 on nerve.
I'm curious, right? If I want to make money, I connect my wallet here, and then what do I have to do?
So if you wanted to make money, let's say you connect your wallet Phantom, right? Boom. You generate, you have, let's say two soul in that wallet, $160. Then you would generate you click start menu, you generate 6 wallets. You link it to your Telegram and go to that Telegram account and do that. And at that point, let's say, let me get the screen a little bit bigger for you. Let's say you just go straight to bond.
Hey, hold up one sec though. Make sure, just as a safety precaution, to save those wallets and the private keys somewhere like that. You can copy paste them easily, just while you're pissing around for the first little bit, especially.
Yep. Create a new wallet. Don't connect your normal wallet. Nobody wants that information. Create your own 6 wallets. Save your keys and save all that just in linear fashion. Then you can label those wallets with Sniper 1, Sniper 2. They come default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can label that as you want. Or you can just take your main wallet and snipe one of these tokens, etc. Pull up the contract address, view that token. I wouldn't mess with the configurations on it, because the configurations on it are specific to multiple wallet breakdowns and big wins, small wallet losses, etc. And so snipe. So you go there. Let's go back to the bond. Probable wins. So these are the probable wins in Solana based on what they're looking at. Sol, the trophy tomato, Solana itself. And, keep it simple. It's more calibrated for PulseChain, when it comes to probable wins, etc. And so I'm going to put my portfolio there. But so this is where, once you have your bot linked and you would go over to your bot in Telegram, you're just syncing. It's constantly synced for what you have there and what you have here, etc.
And you're gonna run this out of your Telegram. You're not gonna be in this once you have it up and going, correct?
Yeah, run it out of your Telegram, look at your mobile, your desktop, just for fun to look at it, right? Now I just clicked Zapper X Chain. So at the end of the day, you're making these USDC Sol, you're making USDC and Arbitrum and other things. You want to connect to one of these wallets that you want to connect to. So let's say I use the MetaMask wallet. Sometimes I use the Internet Money wallet. I'm a big fan of that wallet too. And you just want to know everything that's in your wallet and the dust and all that stuff. And this works for Solana as well. I have that there. But so I do the ultra scan. And because we're on a server, because we have a 3 terabyte server, the amount of data, especially for PulseChain. The entire PulseChain future, past, present, and second by second future is on that server. You have to have that to have that type of speed for making trades and et cetera for flywheels. So gas lists on EIP 2612. Let's just test Vitalik's wallet. And you could put another wallet in there. So you could put someone else's wallet in there and scan all that stuff and see what's in there. Now, we used to scan Vitalik's wallet quite a bit.
Why Vitalik?
Just because. Vitalik. Yeah.
Vitalik.
And so you scan that. So like these are all the ETH tokens that he's got. They're just Optimism, 7 different chains. USDC, it'll show you green for stable because what we do is we'd click all these tokens and we'd zap them and we turn it into a stable coin and just take our stable coin and shift it to PulseChain and then play games over there. And so we use this technology in the flywheel to basically take USDC, bridge it to PulseChain through Liberty Swap, which we like to use, and then from that convert it to PLS, or it'll buy a DTGC, etc. So I know that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. But I know there's a lot of people that
a lot going on in this app. A lot more. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, the technology is heavy and getting heavier and heavier.
But is there instructions so I can actually connect my wallet and figure out like how to do stuff?
What do people do? I mean, like if they want to like start getting in here and dig in, can they contact you, or is there a way to like?
Well, yeah. So there's a way to contact. Go to your mom DTGC chat. There's one chat there. You can ask questions there, and I'm able to answer there. But here's our gold guide. Just click any how-to button on Telegram. There's much more deeper how-to buttons in technology. Connect wallet, Phantom or Soulflare, paste contract address and buy, limit sell, Instabond Sniper, P&L, profit and loss tracking. So that how-to will tell you how to do it from a basic standpoint. You're going to have the flywheel how-to. That configuration is more on the PulseChain side, just for limit buying and selling. The flywheel on the Solana side, it's almost like copy trading. We are all chasing the same good tokens launching on Solana from Pump Fund that are graduating.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
Yeah. So we're all there together. Now then if you wanted to customize it yourself, etc., then that's a different story, because then you can customize it and be a little bit different than the next person. If you're a pro at Phantom and all that stuff, then you can do all that stuff yourself. But with Telegram, you just click menu, how to, wallets, that, go, and go from there. So how to on PulseX Gold, connect wallet, limit buy, limit sell, revolving orders, the flywheel, auto rebuys after sells, all that stuff.
Just a message out to your chat. You guys are awesome, but I don't have my. I guess I don't know the person, anybody monitoring right now, but YouTube's doing a good job. So if you're gonna get out there and curse and say like whatever negative stuff, I'm not even touching anything. YouTube's taking some of you guys out on its own, so you might as well just clean it up, guys. It's not really helpful, and you're not cutting through anyway. So just an FYI.
So anyways, that you gotta have
these guys are still, they're still building cool stuff and adding value. So whatever, some people it's technical, but some people get in there and play with it and use it and try to get value out of it. I mean, that's what it's there for, So nothing wrong with that.
Amen.
Yeah.
So that's it, man. It's gonna get deeper. It's getting better and better, and it's fun. And I'd say let's just leave it at that, and people can play and go from there, or just use some basic, simple thing if they need to.
Cool, man. So what's the final goal? As you're like releasing like parts more and more? Like where do you see this going eventually?
Okay, so my goal is to make,
or how big?
My goal is to make, my goal is to make $30,000 for each 6 wallet off of Platinums, USDC. Period.
Oh, that's for your personal, how you're going to use it.
Yeah, and
but
so of
but
that,
I mean, how do you see of like the project? DTGC? Like, where do you see, how big do you see it going?
So that's this. There's 3 tiers. So that tier is just the person will make money without touching the coin. So I'm a dev. I don't give a fuck about touching the coin. The fund's there. The Quant 8, Hanif, the Quant 8 has the capability to potentially make us all millionaires. If we're all copy trading, we're trading through a successful Quant 8 with risk management protocols in place off Bitcoin, ETH, gold, and silver. When the market just shoots straight down and we're not good at shorting, we catch it. The market shoots straight up, we catch it. And that is, we all have a ton of USDC and Arbitrum, and then we bridge it over, buy what we want in Pulse. But as that starts getting used, 1% of that is going to be buying of a DTGC.
So chat. So pretty much he's saying, like, you're going to trade alongside with this AI quant. That's the Quant 8. It's the AI trader on there. So you're going to join forces with that and based on how much you want to put in and trade with it. And yeah. And I think that's why Two Blood was asking the questions he was asking earlier about he said new AI tech. Oh yeah, how are you guys going to evolve it as tech changes? I think it's kind of what he's getting at. Like, as the AI evolves, can it evolve and get better, or like?
Oh yeah, dude, every week it's evolving. So let's say for this, okay. At first, I just had with Claude Enterprise a certain amount of AI that was just auditing and editing and auditing win success rates and trying to manage that.
Okay.
Now I have you through Perplexity Max. I have 3 agents. So one agent is a Solana dev. And a PulseChain dev, crypto genius. Then you have a project engineer coder, and then you have a planner. So now let's say I have 3 AI dev brains. One can't do something or make a change until the other one approves it and creates a plan for it and then audits it and then makes sure it's safe and then lets it deploy. So that evolution itself is basically counterbalancing risk management of AI itself. And AI is not really. It's in essence, it's just great coding, massive intelligence that's constantly just trying to better itself and make money off of charts and systems for those using the system. And a small percentage is going to pump up DTGC. And if Richard Hart, God bless his soul, I don't even care about what Richard Hart does at this stage, because at this stage we've got tentacles in other chains and tentacles into the main futures markets that can bring us income. But if he does blow shit out the water, the sacrifice funds come in, well then your mom has the PulseX, PHEX, Inc., PTGC liquidity pools at a low dollar amount that's literally just going to send it. So DTGC's only 2 pools are your mom for access to the core tokens in PTGC and PLS. People are staking LPs, actually. DTGC, your mom is the Diamond LP. DTGC Pulse is the second tier of the Diamond LP at 42 and 70% stake. So they can just scoop rewards, stakes go on. So that's the whole organization itself right there. The end goal is 100 million market cap. Slowly. Controlled.
Nice. Chat, you guys have any questions? Teams DTGC and if they just come here to DTGC IO, is there a way to reach out? There's a Telegram button down here. Can they just click on that? Here, let me put this back up.
Yeah.
On the screen. They can click down here at the bottom. It says Telegram and then contact you there. Okay.
Yep. Just click the Telegram, but you'll go to the Your Mom DTGC community there. And some of this stuff is new to them. So we're kind of holding it back for this AMA. And yeah, communicate, say what's up. The message will get to me. I'll respond in real time. And, we will do what we do. But I want to tell all of you watchers, my heart is in crypto through PulseChain. We will win with PulseChain. I just am gangster as fuck about finding a way how to bring money into PulseChain safely, securely with alpha is we see markets do what they do, and we want to take advantage of those markets with speed, precision, and intelligence. That's really it.
I'll say this. I'll say this one tidbit, right? You will be able to go simply connect your wallet. You don't have to plug in leverage. You don't have to plug in position size. Right? All this is fed through a confidence score and
on the quant.
Essentially, yeah, on the quant, right? Like I said, there'll be 24 configurations, right? Bitcoin 1 minute, perpetual, Bitcoin 5 minute, gold 1 minute, 5 minute, 15. The way that it's set up, you have $50 in your wallet. Once you connected, you're live trading. Depending on the confidence of the real order flow data that, let's say, gets scored, let's say not it's 0 to 100, and we cap it 70 to 100. This score is 90, it might be 90x leverage trade on gold. If it scores 70, it might be a 25 on gold. Yeah, so just by connecting your wallet, and you have $50 in there, you have the opportunity to make serious cash flow.
Yeah.
Using this algo just by going to his website, connecting your wallet, you're live trading like a professional trader.
Yeah. So he's talking about the copy trading in the Quant 8. And so if you just click the Quant 8 again, one sec, real quick, if that's all right. Yeah. And if you go all the way to the bot on the far right, yep.
Mm-hmm. So basically, you connect your wallet, you click bot, you click approve, you're live trading, and not just Bitcoin, not ETH, not Solana, not just, I think you're looking at XRP in there, gold, silver, but this algo is looking across the market for opportunities. And when it scores high enough, granted the risk filters don't say don't trade, you're trading a high quality trade with high leverage and significantly tight risk management to prevent downside risk.
I think it's pretty
cool.
And I'm
going to speak to that to my crypto people. Let me just speak to everybody on that first. The Quant 8 Arbitrum Perpetual with gains trade, G trade at the back end, that's until that 5,000 line script that Hanif approves of, we have not loaded that into copy trading. So right now, nobody can copy trade. It's not live. But what happens is he gives the script after it's fully vetted, fully signed off, back tested, etc. The script gets populated through AWS Lambda, right? Index.json, and the event bridge that fires it off. You'll just see if you connect your wallet, nothing's going to happen. You're just going to see the trades. So most people, I advise, just sit back and just watch the fucking trades. And then you start seeing a string of win. Connect, copy, trade, delegate yourself. Then your wallet's win.
And these are not little trades, right?
Hold on. Win, loss, disconnect, remove delegation. Oh, wow, that was fun. Whew, and I'm out, good. Then you go look back at it again the next day, and you're like, okay, that was a 72% win streak. I'm gonna wait another day. I see a 68% win streak. Okay, great. I feel a little bit more comfortable now. I've got $10 in Arbitrum on ETH because the fees are low. I've got $100 in USDC ETH Arbitrum. Great. Connect, copy trade, and just ride it with it. And you'll see the P&L scorecard. You'll see what my wallet's doing live. You'll see exactly what it's firing off. The transparency there. We are not doing anything but basically copy trading through your wallet. We don't have your keys, none of that crap. Now, if you really want to get cool about it, you go to gains.trade and you connect your wallet there, your own world, with that same wallet, and you'll see your trading view candles, you'll see your stop loss, you'll see your take profit, and you'll see all that happening live on the back end. So that's the beautiful thing about any of this. You watch two stages. So I just want to be very clear about that. It's going to be one script, fully vetted, trading going on for myself for about a day or two. And then you see if you want to partake and just copy those trades or manually copy those trades and just go from there. The beautiful thing about it is let's say we see a trend, do your own trade on your own phone from something else if you want to do that. If you see a trend in the right direction, you see intelligence saying it's short season today, guys.
I like it, man. It's something I definitely want to play with. It looks cool. Two Blood says, how are you guys profiting off use of the platform, whether it's taxes or fees, or how does a platform generate revenue?
So it generates revenue off 1%. So 1% basically will have 5% going to the buy and burn. And if DTGC, it'll buy DTGC and burn it. Everything buys and burns DTGC or your mom.
Okay.
But mostly, well, actually, your mom is about 80% burnt since all the pools and since I burnt like 500K of that a long time ago in the beginning of the initial launch for trust and security. So most of the burning is going into DTGC and buying it up, but it's maximum 1%. The staking mechanisms, there's no taxes on our coins. I'm not a tax coin. I don't like, well, besides PTGC, I like that coin, but I think they're the only ones that can do it well. We don't have tax. If someone wants to stake, there's a 3.5% tax coming in to stake, and there's a 3.5% tax coming out. And that stake does buying and burning of the token. There is a 1% dev fee on the staking of that 7%. So I am trying to make profit on that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, chat. Any more questions? You guys, nice work. This is a lot of work, and you guys seem pretty sharp, man. So it's cool. Yeah, really cool. Where do you think? When do you think the PulseChain bull run begins? And do you think Richard Hart will start streaming ever again?
Yes, I do think he will start streaming it. I think he will. I think his personality type can't not stream. And if I was to break it down to you from a sales perspective, there's 4 personalities, 4 key personalities in business. There's your driver, which are your CEOs, your CFOs, like quick answers. Where are we going? What are we doing? Don't talk a lot. Just tell me what the plan is. You have your expressives. Your expressives are the ones that love, like they're dancing in front of the camera. They're like, hey, on TV, I'm expressive, pour their heart out, etc. They want to be special, everything. You've got your analyticals. Your analyticals are your quant brothers out there that are good at analyzing data and just love perfection in the numbers. And if the Excel sheet comes out calibrated, then they're happy. If it's not 100% perfect, then it's like, patience to perfection is key. And then you have your amiables. Now, if any of you guys have been around an amiable personality is characterized by a smiley face. They can unfortunately be the most stressed out people in the entire world because they don't want to show you how they're feeling inside. They just want to let everything's fine. Don't ask me any questions. I don't want to get deep about it, etc. So I would say Richard Hart is unique because most people fall into one dominant of those personality types and then one subdominant, right? I can say I'm a driver expressive. I can tell you that Richard Hart, I would definitely say somehow is a driver expressive analytical. From what we saw him doing in the big hex run and the showmanship and the streaming, that was his expressive side going full speed. And when we see him debating, we see his driver's side on a no bullshit, clear answers type style. And based on what he's built, we see the analytical, and based on the time frame that we're all waiting for glory, we see a true analytical with ProveX. And we're all like, this is the season, let's go. He's all about our season and when it's ready and when everything is perfect and it can have the sheer dominance. So I know we will. I definitely can't predict when we will. But this past few days, nice little pop we saw in PLS, that was in Hex, that was exciting. And probably that's mainly the only reason why we saw your mom and DTGC go up in tandem. I don't look at the token price at all lately on anything right now. All I look at is just system calibration and perfecting it, which is a beautiful feeling.
Got you. Awesome work, guys. Thanks for coming on the show. You guys are really cool. And I hope we get some feedback from chat if you guys try it out. Somebody did ask why is silver priced at 59 when it's 82 right now. Maybe it's something that's on the app.
Not aware. Oh, probably our first live one. I'm guessing it's from that. That would be my only.
Yeah, idea. And then XAU USDC, depending on silver itself or the tokenized version of it that's moving.
Yeah.
You guys go give them a follow, DTGC on Twitter. Okay, they're out here. And then, of course, you guys heard you can click on the Telegram button at the bottom of the website, DTGCIO, and get some support over there on Telegram. So to answer your question about when it's coming, I don't know, the SEC dropping case against Justin Sun is, I think, bullish for the altcoin market. Okay, we also know Richard Hart won last summer. They've dropped the Tron founder, and then some other news just came in. Somebody saying we're going to have a dollar crisis. They're getting a military police force to quash the riots, and this is a little bit of what I'm talking about. So I don't know what's going on. Let's listen to this. Really, did this just come out? Is this something brand new?
Secretary Hegseth, sir, a memo circulating on social media details the establishment of a National Guard response force that's going to be trained in crowd control and civil unrest and deployed in all 50 states by April of 2026. Can you verify the authenticity of that memo, and do you have any more information on the operations?
I'm not going to answer particulars on something that may be in the planning process, but we definitely do have multiple layers of National Guard response forces, whether it's in each state, whether it's regionally, whether it's Title 10 active duty, whether it's Washington, D.C. We've got a lot of different ways that constitutionally and legally we can employ Title 10 and Title 32 forces, and we will do so when necessary.
Secretary Hegseth.
Okay, so really when I think about that and you think, I don't know if this person's assuming dollar crisis. I mean, look, the way you want to look at it is not panic. You want to look at this like, this is an opportunity. Okay, dollars going down because maybe they're printing into war. What does that mean for your asset prices? They're going up, okay? And I think that's what's coming. I think up-only season is very close. It's coming, and it's going to be up-only season for a very long time, okay? You're about to see, and we looked at the other chart earlier, how crushed it is and how down and for how long. And the move to the upside is going to be brutal, okay? So you're going to have up-only season that is going to you're going to get tired of money. You guys are going to get tired of making money. It's going to be unbelievable. But probably whatever is coming here is going to probably seem really scary. But you need to just stay focused and understand that this is where bottoms come, and it's going to start moving to the upside like you've never seen before, because capital is going to go places. And I think altcoins are going to make a comeback like you've never seen before. Yeah, man. We're going to have our own what do they call it? The 1920s? What did you guys call it? The, somebody.
What's it called?
It's going to be great. Okay. Before heading into the Great Depression or whatever ours.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever get tired of making money. Oh, you will get tired of making money. It's going to be amazing. Okay, guys? So stick around. Once again, thanks a lot, guys, for coming out. DTGC. And
thanks, guys.
Yeah. And after this, I'm going to do a quick Roaring 20s. Yeah, exactly. We're having Roaring 20s coming up here, guys. And it always starts in fear. And I've talked a lot about this before. It starts in fear. So it's going to kick in, and it's going to be up only on. And this is fear, what you're seeing right now. This is all this fear. So this is what lays that spring, that groundwork for these incredible moves, if you're positioned correctly, and I think we are. So, this is the time. You guys as builders are going to benefit greatly from this right now. So you guys are positioned. Everything's going to do well in PulseChain, so it's going to be really awesome.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Nice to meet you guys. Really. Come back again
blast.
anytime. Listen, I'm going to do a quick TA video after this. I know I already did the main one this week. Maybe this one will be a little bit shorter, but I'm going to do one after this. So any one of you guys who wants to get some TA on what things look like, just click the join button down below and come join the stream, okay? I'm going to start here in like 10 minutes. I'm going to jump in and do it. So otherwise, chat, you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Smash the like button.
Thanks.
And we'll see you guys around, man.